Dear readers of the Astrodeha family, welcome to Astrodeha on YouTube. This week, the sky features significant planetary transits, especially the mystical planet Neptune, which will begin its retrograde in Aries on the 4th of July, the phenomenon that occurs only once every 150 years. Our minds may be foggier, and we may be more prone to making wrong decisions. Even though we could make up for our mistakes materially, spiritually, or emotionally, we might act withdrawn, pessimistic, and psychologically sensitive. If you don't want your psychological sensitivities to make things more difficult or tense, you should try to stay calm. With Mercury changing signs and the aspects it forms with Mars, you should focus on the positives without silencing your inner voice or your heart. You should avoid being insistent if your instincts warn you that you've made wrong decisions regarding financial matters. Instead, focus on being proactive, communicating about your mistakes, and making amends. And especially when it comes to friendships, the stars emphasize the importance of reassessing and reviewing these relationships. Especially in our close relationships, if we don't want unrest to spiral out of our control, we should remain calm and refrain from stubborn attitudes, acting out of anxiety about the future, or getting stuck in the past. Otherwise, we will be the ones who create the unrest and end up regretting it. And this week, it is especially important to complete unfinished tasks and to take initiative regarding matters such as educational applications. My advice to you is that whether we raise our energy or let it drop and give into it is entirely up to our own will. Life is all about choices. We absolutely must not forget this. And the sky says this week, if you are healthy, if you are in your right mind, if your loved ones, those who love you, and those you trust, and who trust you are by your side, there is always something you can do. Just don't give up. First, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone make you turn away from yourself. When life knocks you down, don't give in, because the sky tells us that if you get back up at the very point where you think you've run out and been defeated, you won't repeat the same cycles again. From that moment on, the course of your life will change. Remember, life is yours, and as long as you love and exist, it becomes more beautiful. Everything becomes richer together with those who love. It's never too late for anything. Just don't give up. If you don't give up, you'll succeed and rise even stronger. You'll be able to stand tall like a mountain. Let the nonsense and those who wear you out flutter at your feet. After you've seen your life from its lowest point, start watching it from where you've risen. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mars, Aries. The sky heralds a time of renewal shaped by courage for you this week. With the energy of Mars, you'll feel a stronger desire to take action. This isn't just about new beginnings, it's also time to move forward with a different perspective on the unfinished ventures you've attempted in the past. At the start of the week, as Mars motivates you, your physical energy will rise and you'll be able to seize opportunities where you can find strong support in every area. Be determined and courageous when starting a new project or bringing up a goal you've previously postponed. In the middle of the week, with the Moon-Jupiter sextile, emotional matters will become clearer. You are facing favorable influences to resolve unspoken issues within the family or close circle. You can especially use this energy for job interviews, meetings, presentations, or relationship talks. On Friday and Saturday, there will be a Venus-Uranus trine. You may experience surprising developments in relationships. You might receive a proposal from someone unexpected or get involved in a creative project. You may also feel an increased desire to withdraw, be alone, and rest something that excites your heart. At this point, the stars advise you to be mindful of sensitivities and watch out for misunderstandings. My advice to you in particular is to monitor yourself in a harmonious way, strengthen both your heart and your determination, and especially to address anything that's been bothering you regarding friendships. Unanswered questions will only trouble you internally and make you hesitate to showcase your own abilities. Now is not the time for hesitation. Move forward with the motto of presenting yourself in your highest and truest form. When it comes to your health, the stars advise you to pay attention to sensitivities related to your stomach and head area. In particular, you may have difficulty resolving issues related to your intestines and might find yourself dealing with health problems as the weekend approaches. In addition, you should avoid acting independently when it comes to matters related to diet. Trying to do things on your own could lead you to situations that put your health at risk. When it comes to financial matters, you should pay attention to the balance of give and take. You should consider the possibility that the things you agree to today, due to the insistence of friends you can't refuse, may lead to bigger problems in the coming weeks. Otherwise, unrest, anxiety, and tension may arise, and you may find yourself tested by regrets due to not channeling your energy properly. Love yourself and manage your courage wisely. May the heavens be your guide and your path be clear. Taurus, the children of Venus. This week, the sky confronts you with a deep wind of change. Even though you are naturally steadfast and determined, the sky is filled with energies inviting you to be more flexible and to act in harmony with emotional intelligence. Especially with Mercury changing signs, making decisions by combining everything mental with emotion will bring you gratitude for the positive and accurate outcomes that serve your highest good. From the beginning of the week, more emotional and intuitive approaches in your thoughts, as well as unexpected developments at work, may prompt you to make spontaneous decisions. Stay flexible, especially when it comes to communication-related matters. Approaching things with a calmer attitude will be highly beneficial for you in achieving what you want in areas such as presentations, meetings, writing, and negotiations. And throughout the week, Venus's harmonious aspects with the mystical planet Neptune will influence you with more creative and soothing energies in both financial and emotional matters. It's time to ask yourself what you truly need when evaluating your expenses. Relationships in particular will be at the forefront. Expressing your feelings openly and sincerely to your loved ones will strengthen the bond between you. You will also be able to keep any tense influences under control. Just make sure to stay calm. You got angry, you were hurt, you were misunderstood, or you misunderstood. The sky is telling you not to get stuck on these things, not to overthink or calculate, but to align your emotional intelligence with your heart and put it into action. And especially, Saturn's energy will guide you to be more disciplined when it comes to matters related to your body's daily habit. Especially if you have habits that are harmful to you, know that you are being supported to overcome these habits. Spend time alone with nature. Exchanging ideas with your friends and companions will make it easier for you to notice many things you might have missed in your work life and relationships, and to overcome problems with timely interventions. Ask yourself this: do I want to make things harder, or do I want to make them easier and heal? The approaches you align with through your choices and preferences will come back to you in the same way regarding your desires. And remember this, dear Taurus, whatever we talk about, whatever we think about, that's what we experience. Don't let any negativity keep you from your positivity. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mercury, Geminis, the sky this week warns you to act calmly, especially regarding emotional matters, and not to pay attention to the false and misleading statements of your jealous friends. This period carries energies in which your intuition and inner awareness come to the forefront. Especially on Tuesday, consultations with people who nurture your ideas, important conversations, written communications, and emotional confrontations can bring you extremely advantageous and positive feedback. Until Thursday, avoid making sharp decisions regarding financial matters and acting out of financial concerns caused by stubbornness. Otherwise, you may end up regretting it and paying for your decisions with serious financial losses and difficulties. So be careful. Since regret never benefits anyone, the sky advises you to stay centered and calm, dear Gemini. This week, your social energy is on the rise. The invitations and social gatherings you attend may also bring you opportunities and wisdom. Especially on Friday, your frustrations with yourself and the negativity stemming from past experiences may wear you out and push you to act out of anxiety. Over the weekend, the things you haven't been able to balance between your work and personal life and the things you've neglected will come to the forefront. Therefore, my advice to you is to be aware that when you embrace change with open and sincere communication, you can build new horizons and new bridges. Otherwise, if you ignore what is expected of you just to prove yourself right in a moment of anger, you won't achieve any results. Your inner fluctuations, restlessness, and anxieties may lead you to act in a dominant way, pretending to be someone you are not, and as a result, you may be held responsible for the tensions and the steps you failed to take. Above all, you may end up tormenting yourself internally, wondering why you acted that way and if things could have been better. Now is not the time to do that. Embrace change and transformation. Take the steps you need to take. Don't act with prejudice. Go with the flow, adapt, and clarify what you can do. The stars say, don't share your happiness, success, sorrow, or secrets with anyone except those you trust. Those who act in anger end up with regret. When you are aware of this, you can control your energy and, without later regrets, reap the reward of finding what is right within yourself. Trust yourself, stay in the flow, and remain accepting. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of the moon, Cancers. As your solar return continues, this week you'll discover many talents within yourself that will earn you recognition both in your professional life and in your relationships. Especially on an emotional and spiritual level, your heightened awareness will help eliminate past tensions and allow you to take the right steps forward with your renewed self. The positive interactions between Venus and Jupiter will guarantee peace, understanding, and compromise in family relationships, as well as joint decisions made together. This week, you are facing energies that will help you heal from the emotional burdens you have been carrying inside for a long time. Matters related to the home, bonds with family members, and confrontations with the past will bring relief and free you from many of the influences that have been causing you unrest. At the beginning of the week, the effects of the moon in Virgo serve as a warning that emotional fluctuations may spill over into your work life. Be careful, you need to act analytically and avoid letting your emotions affect your professional life. If you don't want to deal with regrets later, act by listening to your inner voice without blowing small things out of proportion. Midweek, there are influences indicating that you may reap the rewards of your previous efforts in matters related to your career and social standing. Acting strategically and making rational decisions guided by your intuition will bring you great benefits and gains. Pay special attention to anything that inspires you so that you can improve yourself, achieve success, and reach better positions. And my advice to you is to be cautious when it comes to matters of friendship and the decisions you make in your professional life. Treacherous friends may try to overshadow your success in work-related matters or deliberately push you aside. In your personal life, harmony, balance, endings, and powerful new beginnings with the person you belong with will leave a strong mark on this week. As long as you can choose to act without contradicting yourself and in peace with yourself. However, before making decisions about financial matters, the stars emphasize the importance of evaluating everything in detail, addressing anything that makes you uncomfortable about spending, and making constructive warnings where necessary. Trust yourself, be at peace with yourself, and allow your instincts to guide you throughout the week by combining with your analytical intelligence. For those who have children, the stars advise you to avoid overly anxious approaches regarding them. May heavens guide your path illuminated. Children of the Sun, Lions, the sky is emphasizing the importance of being aware and taking a planned approach in matters related to your work this week. If you want to reflect the power of light outward in the best possible way, please remain highly conscious of this. My advice to you, in particular, is to act patiently in order to shed light on matters that are not apparent. You should strive to show the will to avoid any kind of approach, impulsiveness, or acting on assumptions that could complicate your career. Otherwise, you may end up feeling regretful and tested by disappointments. Especially if you think there are games being played against you in matters related to your career, acting patiently will bring you significant advantages. You should make an effort not to undermine your professionalism by letting your emotions affect your work and by making prejudiced or sharp outbursts. Especially with Mercury's influence, my advice to you is to nurture your inner world. It's time to heal your subconscious fears and anxieties and to reflect on your reactions and misunderstandings that arise from anger. My advice to you in particular is that if you cannot make peace with yourself internally and transform the negative and exhausting energies you have accumulated, you will not be able to make healthy decisions in any area. Be aware of this. In matters related to relationships, the influence of Venus will eliminate miscommunication. Speaking with love, compassion, patience, and clarity, listening with your heart but also with a careful mind, and taking action accordingly will bring positive effects for your highest good. Towards the weekend, you may encounter unexpected people and receive offers in your professional life that inspire you. The stars say, evaluate the offers but don't rush. In financial matters, be cautious of scams and potential harm from friends. This week, do not act as a guarantor for anyone and do not mediate for anyone. If there are energies related to money that are bothering you, my advice to you is to act consciously, especially to transform these energies and not to take on responsibilities for others that you wouldn't take for yourself just because you feel obligated, as this could put you in a difficult position. Especially in financial matters, be careful not to fall for the tricks of people who have harmed you before or made promises they didn't keep. You should trust your intuition and choose to cleanse yourself from the challenging energies of dreams and nightmares by spending time in nature. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Mercury, Virgos, the sky is supporting you this week in a way that will help you build deeper connections in both your intellectual and emotional realms. With the influence of your ruling planet Mercury, being more sensitive, empathetic, and intuitive in your communication, both in your personal and professional life, can bring you great advantages. You should make the most of your opportunity to express your thoughts in a gentle and effective way. Especially in the first days of the week, your ideas may be appreciated in the workplace. You may succeed in becoming the person others consult. Starting from Tuesday, you can achieve great things in areas like more productive and effective educational plans or project-related matters, where logic and intuition are balanced. Don't hesitate to structure and improve your plans and goals and to assert yourself by saying, I'm here. Especially on Thursday, the Venus-Neptune conjunction highlights that inspiring emotional energies are on your side. You may succeed in establishing the right communication in your emotional life, which you have neglected for a while, and overcoming problems. A romantic fluctuation, without losing touch with reality, can give you the strength to mutually make up for mistakes, overcome problems, and open a brand new page together with your spouse, partner, or the person you separated from and are about to reconcile with. Pay attention to what you want and what you don't want, and be selective, dear Virgo. Starting from Friday, take care of your body. Notice the messages your body is giving you. Adjust your routines. Pay attention to your sleep schedule. Review your eating habits. The real issue between mental fatigue and physical fatigue may become apparent in a way that can be treated. Set boundaries in your relationships over the weekend. It's time to find the balance between saying yes and no. Your self-sacrificing nature sometimes exhausts you. Stop putting your own needs on the back burner and carefully address the situations and events that bother you. Speak up and express your reactions as compassionately as possible. Moving forward with an open heart and empathy will make it easier to integrate both inner and outer peace and balance into your life. However, when it comes to friendships, the stars are telling you to be extra vigilant. Placing too much trust in your friends and accepting everything they say without question can lead you to make wrong decisions. While the stars support you in your work and personal life, don't let the consequences of poor choices cause you regret. Let your own mind be enough for you. Don't forget that the people you consult should be those who are truly worth seeking advice from. Make it your motto to move forward not with impulsive reactions or urges, but with your own experiences, what you have learned, and by consulting those whose knowledge is respected by others. May the heavens be your guide and your path be illuminated. Children of Venus, Libras, the sky signals a week focused on relationships, partnerships, and the strengthening of bonds, as well as the ending of what needs to end and the start of new restructuring. Throughout the week, it's possible to improve yourself and make up for mistakes you've made out of fear, anxiety, or anger. As long as you act with the belief that you can do this. If you want, you can succeed. If you want, you can overcome difficulties. This week, the sky invites you to focus well on what you choose, especially in matters related to your work. Moving forward based on your feelings rather than words will bring with it the potential for success and the ability to turn crises into opportunities. This week, collaborations offer opportunities that are deeper, stronger, more understanding, and will increase your success. The supportive energy of Venus will help you achieve positive results in matters related to medical aesthetic procedures, restructure balance in your relationships, and thanks to your heightened creativity, experience positive effects through small touches you make at work, in your studies, or even at home. However, midweek, the triggering energy of Uranus may spark surprising developments in your career and financial matters. You should definitely avoid making sudden decisions in these areas. The stars are warning you to be cautious. Be open to unexpected situations, but also remember that you need to use your potential to turn them into opportunities. As the weekend approaches, it's time to repair and strengthen relationships. Especially confrontations within the family or in romantic matters can help you reach a better place. Making changes at home that increase peace, like adding a plant, changing colors, or decluttering will be very beneficial for you. Throughout the week, if you express your feelings with grace and calmness, rest assured that you will be able to turn many challenges into balance, peace, luck, and success. However, avoid actions related to finances, such as taking out loans, applying for credit, or borrowing money. You may not be able to manage the crisis and could suddenly find yourself struggling with major financial difficulties. To whom, to what, and how much time are you spending? What pressures are you putting on yourself? And what are the feelings that bother you or that you can't control? Reflect on these things, and the stars are warning you this week that you may have to deal with repairs to your home's air conditioner, refrigerator, or other electronic appliances. Be sure to seek the help of a professional instead of trying to fix things on your own. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Scorpios are the children of Mars. This week, the sky brings you the advantages of acting with awareness, making this effective in both your emotional and career life. Especially with Mercury's transit, there are influences that will make it easier for you to sense the unseen, resolve misunderstandings, and intervene correctly. However, promptly and effectively responding to anyone at work who truly undermines your fundamental sense of trust or leaves you feeling deeply conflicted with yourself has a significant power to genuinely help you avoid greater difficulties and unnecessary tensions as the week progresses. And when it comes to your health, you should pay attention to any sensitivities related to your neck and spine. If you have any discomfort in this regard, you should choose to be attentive and not ignore treatments or medical interventions. Additionally, my advice for you throughout the week is to be on the lookout for opportunities, especially in education, travel, and your professional life that could help you move forward. Set strong intentions. You are in a period where you can learn more and build yourself up with new perspectives in your life. Especially with the influence of Mars, patience and strategy will be the key to achieving your goals. Instead of reacting, make a plan and take action when the time is right. When you do this, know that you've finally broken the deadlock. In your personal relationships, you should always be able to openly call out your friends' mistakes and make a conscious effort not to accept their wrongdoings just to avoid the possibility of losing them. By acting as a mirror, you will protect them from energies that could later make them uneasy and lead them to say, "I wish you had warned me." This will benefit both their growth and bring peace to your own soul, allowing you to experience the positive effects. Especially when it comes to finances, you should make long-term plans and remain aware that the advantages of being moderate with your spending this week will become apparent next week. Towards the weekend, influences will arise that help structure your emotional life, allowing you to embrace the truth, communicate effectively with an awareness of tomorrow's successes, and take your relationship to a better place, both physically and in terms of communication. However, when it comes to family relationships, don't take too seriously the words of people who constantly try to get involved in your relationship, fish for information about it, or give examples from their own lives. Don't take them too seriously, and especially don't let them affect your relationship in any way. This way, you can avoid being upset by your spouse's or partner's sharp reactions. May the skies be your guide and your path be filled with light. Children of Jupiter, Sagittarians, the sky is bringing you face to face with significant planetary transits this week. What should you pay attention to and how should you proceed? This week, the sky is filled with energies that support you in financial matters. With the arrival of a bonus or payment you've been waiting for a long time, you may feel relieved. At the same time, as Mercury changes signs, your desire to learn may increase, allowing you to develop yourself in your professional life, academically, and in emotional matters. You can succeed in moving away from deeply rooted negative feelings that have settled in your subconscious and achieve healing. The sky is inviting you this week to engage in conversations that challenge conventional patterns, seeing differences of opinion not as a threat but as an opportunity for inner growth will do your soul good. Stay away from rigid judgments, remain flexible, and choose to listen. Be aware that you will gain and move on to better places. In particular, the harmonious aspects between the Sun and Jupiter may trigger opportunities to be noticed, stability in your career, and tests in your relationships through surprising events. Especially from Wednesday through the weekend, confronting certain events and situations in your relationships that have caused you pain or resentment may empower you. They may help clarify your decisions or uncertain feelings. Stay in the flow. Instead of trying to control things, strive to move forward with an awareness of the lessons you need to learn from the differences life brings you. In particular, you will experience the effects of leaving old patterns behind, gaining the advantages of moving forward with awareness, and seeing the rewards and appreciation of growing yourself with new perspectives and reaching better places. In addition, the concepts of friendship and companionship will take on a new dimension for you. You will find yourself ending relationships with friends who only reach out when they need something and abandon you when their own interests are at stake, and you will experience the rewards of acting with a deeper understanding of the value of true friends. And this week, issues related to real estate may come to the forefront. To protect your rights, don't hesitate to pursue legal avenues, but avoid acting out of panic without consulting experts in legal matters. Listen to your inner voice, heal your heart, confront your fears, and throughout the week, act by recognizing the messages the universe is sending you through the events you encounter. Let the path of the celestial guide be your light, so you don't drown in regrets. Add new mistakes to the darkness of old ones, and so you can maintain stability and make it effective in your life in the long run. Children of Saturn, Capricorns, the sky is warning you this week not to act with ambition or anger in any matter. Especially if you don't want your friendships, close relationships, or family ties to be damaged, avoid insisting on imposing what you believe is right or pitting your views against others' perspectives. This time, you might test the patience of even the most patient people, and as your relationships reach a breaking point, you could find yourself completely caught off guard. Saturn will support you in making long-term plans regarding your career or education. However, when it comes to matters concerning your loved ones, you should approach things with greater sensitivity and intuition. In particular, my advice to you is that if there is something you are hesitant about or that doesn't sit right with you, bring it up calmly and clearly. Focus on your discomforts and make sure you are doing your best to resolve them. And especially when it comes to financial matters, it's time to review your situation and get serious. You should use your analytical skills and avoid getting involved in these matters just by taking everything others say at face value so as not to face financial difficulties in the coming weeks. Because Mercury is in your 7th house, and with its effects in your 8th house, it carries energies that will cause you to face many issues, such as what belongs to you and what belongs to others. Therefore, it will be to your advantage to act with a clear mind and keep your feet firmly on the ground. My particular advice is that you can strengthen your relationships with people who share a similar vision with you. For those who are single, you may cross paths with a special person who will truly understand you in this regard. Do not act hastily in any matter. Instead, turn time, effort, and patience into long-term success and happiness. Towards the weekend, you may need to take responsibility regarding your elders in the family and their health issues. Make the most of this energy to strengthen emotional bonds and resolve long-standing issues from the past. And on Sunday, focus on personal care that nourishes your soul and on silence. Please turn your attention to your heart and yourself to distance yourself from the emotional and physical fatigue accumulated throughout the week. Patient planning and sensitive approaches can help you restructure both your inner and emotional balance. Choose carefully what you want. The skies are your guide. May your path be filled with light. Uranus chases the children. This week, the sky emphasizes the importance of acting without sacrificing your own truths for the mistakes of others. You shouldn't take on the role of anyone's advocate. In your work, financial matters, and relationship issues, you should distinguish right from wrong. Try to speak up not based on others' guidance or imposition, but according to what you see, your own mind, experience, and the scale of justice in your heart. Otherwise, it won't work without you. You may have to deal with the weight and regrets of what you say. And the sky is warning you this week to act carefully when it comes to legal matters and issues of justice. Especially tensions and unrest related to past partnerships or family real estate matters may arise. You may express emotions you've been holding in for a long time through emotional outbursts. This could be a turning point for you, signifying the restructuring of a karma stemming from relationships and family. But please, make it your effort to heal and be healed with love without causing harm or breaking things. The sky advises you not to base your spending on expected money throughout the week when it comes to financial matters. The money you are waiting for may come in small amounts, or you may find yourself in a difficult situation if what was expected or promised is not fully delivered. When it comes to your health, be extra careful as your sensitivity to throat and dental infections increases. Any small touch-ups related to haircuts, skincare, or the upper part of your body have the potential to yield positive results. In matters related to your private life, you should share your feelings with your spouse or partner and focus on expressing your concerns openly, especially those arising from their unpredictable moods. My advice to you is to look at the bigger picture on your life journey and confront everything that bothers you internally. But let this effort be for the sake of resolving things, freeing yourself from burdens, and reflecting a better version of yourself, a better person into your life. And this week, some of your friendships may come to an end. Let those who are meant to leave, those who don't deserve you, those who feed on anger and dark energies, go and live your life. Make sacrifices for your own freedom, happiness, and to take your relationships with those who truly deserve you to better places. Remain in a state of gratitude as you accept the beauty of the balance between giving and receiving. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light. Neptune's mystical children, Pisces. This week, the sky nourishes you both spiritually and emotionally. Especially in matters related to your work, you'll have the opportunity to showcase your intelligence. If you're looking for a job, your talents will be recognized and you may find one. And even those who oppose you may end up admiring you. However, starting from the beginning of the week, emotional issues that you've unconsciously suppressed or postponed may come to the surface, and you may feel sensitive. My advice to you is not to shy away from this, knowing that it is ultimately for your highest good. Especially in your relationships, just as your words touch others' hearts, what others say also touches your own heart. Your dreams should also be realistic. You should Reevaluate your relationships with people who burn you out, break you down, and with their selfish attitudes, elevate you when they want and ignore you when they please. Awareness of your own worth and the ability for your own journey to move forward without getting weary in the darkness and uncertainties of others means that this week, when it comes to your health, your body is more prone to hormonal disorders and infections. The sky is sending you a message to stay vigilant and not let your guard down. And especially when it comes to financial matters, it will be to your benefit to be more controlling, increase security measures against losses and theft, and avoid making hasty decisions regarding real estate, immovable property, or changes in residence. Any decision made in haste may lead to regrets and wear you out with recurring similar situations. Please be cautious and stay in control. The sky is inviting you to listen to your inner voice, and instead of rebelling against people who have misled you in the past or events that have disappointed you, to reflect on how you reacted to those situations, how you arrived at your current state of mind, and how your responses, precautions, and approach would be if you faced a similar event today. When you reflect on these things, know that it means you have already broken many of the same chains. And especially avoid making important and drastic decisions or acting impulsively when it comes to emotional matters. Instead of competing over sacrifices made to end or rebuild your marriage or relationship, consider how you have managed to meet on common ground. What are the reactions you give without understanding or listening? Are the responses you receive rooted in good intentions, or are they driven by instincts and outside influences? Let your motto be not to alienate each other or to prove who is right or wrong, but to make decisions together and implement the right choices for your relationship. When you do this, you will move forward without any regrets later on. May the best come to you for your highest good. May the heavens be your guide and your path be filled with light.